Hi, in this video I'll show you how to find and configure existing data layers in ArcGIS Online. So if you go up here to add, and then go to search for layers, you'll see several options here if you click this for ways to find existing data. So you'll notice here that you have several kind of options for how to search for that existing data. If you have other layers you've created, you can search within your own content. Otherwise, you can also search within these other categories. So let's say my organization, which here is going to search within University of Minnesota's organization. So you can see different layers that people at the University of Minnesota have created. Another way you can search is through all of ArcGIS Online. So anything anyone's created in here and shared publicly. And that's going to pull up a lot of different potential options. You have to be careful with that though, because not all the data is well curated and it really can come from anywhere. But for our purposes, we're going to go to the Living Atlas. Data. The Living Atlas is a curated data set, or is a curated database of different existing layers. And you're going to be able to search this for what people have already published. So the way you're going to do this is you're going to search for key terms that will likely be within their tags or the title of the layer. So for our purposes, let's type in electric and see what we get. If we do that, we'll see several options popping up here. We're going to, for now, pick this one right here, power plants in the US. So if we add that layer in, by clicking that plus, you'll see all these points pop up in that layer. And it's a huge layer. So then to get out of kind of this search view, you're going to go to details. And then if you click on your show your contents, it'll show the layers you have selected. And so let's zoom in here on Minnesota, just to do this on a smaller scale and on the Twin Cities. So you'll see it's showing power plants for all the power plants in the Twin Cities, and it's differentiating that, if we click here on the map legend, by the type of generation of each of those plants. So here we see the biomass, here we see the hydroelectric, and so on. But we can, just as you can do with your own data, you can change up the symbology here and what it's kind of showing. So let's say if we want to change it to the total megawattage, we can. And now it's going to pop up kind of different ways to visualize that. And if we're doing it kind of on the, if we select here heat map, you'll see it pop up kind of this chart of high to low megawattage. And you can go in here and determine kind of what the frame of that is, what defines high, what defines low, and kind of adjust those number values. But then you see this heat map pop up of kind of where the high megawattage generation is. So that's kind of one way that you can work with what's already there. But let's say that you want to isolate just a few points. One way you can do this is to use the filter option. So if you go here under your layer to this little icon here, filter, it'll pop up this little window where you can select, once again, what you'd like to filter, which field you would like to filter by. So if we go here and click on primary source, we'll see then pop up over here the different options we have between those, between the different types of generation types. So if you go here and click on hydroelectric, and then click apply filter, you'll see that it now only shows the hydroelectric plants. And once again, you'll want to save this, it'll automatically edit that layer for your purposes for this map, but you'll need to go ahead and save the map by clicking save or save as if you haven't already saved the map. Anyway, back to this. Another way that you can filter things is you can actually do it by number value if you have a number value within there. So let's say you want to go in here and filter by the megawattage. You can give it a range that you want. So let's say, let's say that we want to look at those that are greater than 5, let's say. So if we apply that filter, once again, it'll eliminate all those that don't fall into that category of a megawattage of 5 or higher. So yeah, that's another way that you can kind of edit which parts of the layer you're filtering. So feel free to kind of play around with that and see what kind of works for what you want to show on your map. But yeah, so that's kind of how you can work with existing layers. Thank you.